Hello everyone, welcome in yet another video about scamming. My name is Rafaël and today we'll do a quick runabout on telephone scams. So we'll talk about what telephone scams are, how they work, so what happens during the scam, and how you can actually prevent getting scammed this way. Now before we jump into the video, let's start off with a little bit of an introductory slide. So scamming. Scamming has always existed on every continent, right? For example, even during the Middle Ages, people tried to counterfeit, say, coins to scam their fellow human beings. So when somebody tells you scamming doesn't exist, they're either in on it or just really naive. The thing, however, is that the world has changed. Over the past 20 years, the digital landscape has completely been transformed into something new. Technology created an extra digital world where people live on top of our physical one. So, for example, I can now instantly message all my friends. I can order my clothes, my electronics, even my food online. Heck, I could even find a job online. And this certainly is a good thing. It has a good aspect because as technology changed, mankind changed as well, and we were able to face a lot of new problems that couldn't be faced before. We could solve new things, reach new heights, but unfortunately, as the technology progressed, the bad guys changed along with it, right? So they changed their tactics. They as well got more creative on how to scam people, and they could address a lot of more people at the same time because of the evolution in technology. Almost everyone has a computer nowadays, and even more people have a mobile device connected to the internet. Excuse me. So, what is telephone scamming? As the name implies, it's a situation where you're being scammed over the phone, right? And usually, the scammer actually tries to gain access uh, to your personal computer and your personal data. Um, Now, the most common thing nowadays, or the most common telephone scam nowadays, is the Windows scam. And I'm sure you've all heard of it. It's actually a scammer that um, tricks you into thinking that they are an Windows customer service employee. And they'll call you and they'll usually tell you something along the lines of your computer has a virus, there's a problem with your computer, or an update failed and we need to manually restore some files. Um, so what they actually try to do is is tricking you into thinking, sorry, that they are a legitimate Windows call center, and they have reported that your computer was infected with a virus, a security breach, or any other alarming thing happened on your computer. They then convince you in giving them access to your files, or they try to, and they tell you to remove certain files or install certain software, and only revert your now broken computer to the state it was before if you pay them a certain amount of money. So obviously, when you hear someone on the other end of the line saying your computer has a virus or something along those lines, if the obvious first thing you should do is hang up on them, right? Now, what actually happens during the scam? So let's say you get called and you don't immediately recognize the fact that you're getting scammed. So the scam actually can be broken down into only a few steps, four to be precise. So the first obvious thing is you get called. This is either on your mobile device or your landline if you still have those. So you pick up the phone and they tell you something along the lines of, "Hello, sir or ma'am. We're the Windows Help Center located in X, and we're calling you about a problem that happened some time ago with your computer." They usually go on and tell you about your so-called broken machine. So they then pretty much ask you to go to your computer, log into your machine, and either ask you to mess around in your file system and remove files that you shouldn't even remove, or they ask you to install some software that allows them to take over your computer. Either way, the result is the same. They gain control over your system, um, and they can now take your files hostage, and you have to pay them to revert your machine to the state it was in before they messed around on it. So, the big question, of course, is how do I protect myself from getting scammed? The most obvious thing to do is to always think about it, but of course, that's easier said than done. So, think about it pretty much means that you have to think about what is happening. Most legitimate businesses will give you time to think their offer over and get written information about it before asking you to commit. So take your time and don't get pressured into making a decision on the spot. Uh, the next thing you should do is take your time. Scammers often try to create a false deadline, so if you feel pressured to make any decision, just hang up. You've spent time earning your money. You deserve a little time to choose how to spend it. And the final advice is stay vigilant. When you get called by a private number that claims to be your bank or another company that you have products from, they won't call you from a private number in the first place. Being vigilant, thus, is a safe mindset, and it's better to hang up on somebody that you don't trust than to keep calling with them and end up getting scammed and pretty much losing a lot of your money, if not all. So if it is really something important, believe me, you'll get contacted through a more legit way and you won't just get called by a private number. So that's pretty much a wrap up for this video. There isn't a live demo, but thank you for watching and stay safe, everyone. Bye bye.